What is going on, Eagles Nation? Happy Friday, happy Cinco de Mayo. Views from the Link TV, Steven Almanir alongside Tom Maresco, and well,
Talking birds.
Somos Feliz.
Day late because I forgot. Was pretty busy on Wednesday, and
busy.
we both we both had things to do on Wednesday. So
Yeah.
sorry guys, didn't post the question or the prompt on Instagram and on Twitter and things like that, but got some good questions.
Yeah,
Got
we
a
do
good
have some
reel
good
of them,
questions.
so we're gonna get into it.
Busy week. Fun fact, I had tacos 3 nights in a row this week. Pretty crazy. That's why we were busy. That's why this is a day late.
And I didn't, so here we go.
Alright. SmithBoy93 asks, which rookie do you think will make the most impact?
That's really tough. It should be a pretty easy answer. I'm just gonna go with Derek Barnett.
Here you go, Barnett.
Derek Barnett.
Give me Rasul Douglas.
Rasul Douglas.
Yeah.
Matt Collins gets an honorable mention because he is
I think it's
going
Rasul
to go
Douglas.
off.
Because he's just going to be forced to start, whether he
Yeah,
likes it
sure.
or not. Yeah.
Matt Collins, I think, is going to make some plays. And don't sleep on Pumphrey.
Yeah,
Gibson.
Pumphrey.
There's a lot of good guys in this class.
Rasul Douglas and Pumphrey are my two.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
obviously Sidney Jones, you're going to play the waiting game with him.
Yeah.
But I do think Derek Barnett's going to get in there and do that bend move, and it's just going to work in the pros, and he's just going to
Yeah.
Get a
He's
couple
got to watch.
sacks every day.
He's got to watch for that hard count. That's how you're going to be getting him.
yeah, true.
J. Brad 13 asks, what do you think Alshon and Wentz talk about on the phone every day?
Justin Bradley, of course you would ask that. That's good. Probably, just honestly, it's probably not much about football. I know you're asking this is kind of like a joke, but I'm gonna answer seriously. It's probably not much football. I feel like they just are boys and like they're just trying to bond and touch base and a lot of time and
Yeah.
it's cool. Wentz is a leader, man. He's staying in touch with all these guys really closely. He was just hunting, shooting guns with the offensive linemen. He bought them all shotguns, and Lane Johnson had the famous quote, "I should have a shotgun in my face because he got suspended." And he just felt really bad about it. So I think it's cool to see these guys bonding and they're all kind of. It's crazy. I mean, we haven't had a leader like that since McNabb, and getting guys together and staying close with these guys, it's huge.
Yeah, no, definitely. Paul Goes asks, will Aguilar have a chance to prove that he can still be a successful receiver in the league?
Will Aguilar have a chance?
Yeah.
He'll compete. I think guys like Matt Collins, Shelton Gibson, guys they drafted, obviously showed interest in. Also Jordan Matthews, Dorial Green Beckham, and those guys. Those are the guys that Aguilar is going to be competing with. Torrey Smith and obviously he'll be competing with Torrey Smith, but Alshon Jeffrey's locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I think Torrey Smith will win the job. However,
He's definitely going to win the job.
there's guys that I think that are just kind of inexperienced and young, and I think that
I think
Smith
DGB
will be
gets
the guy
moved
that
or cut, personally.
I think
So
Smith will be
they
the guy
got
to
a lot
stretch
of
the field. DGB's really, he's a guy to watch because he's a pretty, he's been kind of slacking.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's it.
Next question. Paul Goes asked 2 questions. Will we cut Ryan Matthews?
I think we will. I think that's the plan, and they've been,
I think they might need that cap money.
They haven't said it. Yeah, they haven't said it, but that probably is the plan.
Yeah.
You got a guy in Ryan Matthews who's a good runner, but he gets injured a lot, and that's kind of the real situation of it. And it looks like they are really confident in Sproles, Smallwood, and Pumphrey, unless they do make a move for a running back. They signed UDFA Corey Clement.
Yeah.
So there's a lot, and they released Terrell Watson today. So there's 10 spots open on the roster, and we're gonna see if they make a move for a running back. If not, then that's who they feel comfortable with.
Yeah. Guillermo Valentin says the Eagles were mentioned in Star Wars, and I love Star Wars and May the 4th, and I don't know what was going on there. I saw they did some videos, but they got the helmet. They were the Philadelphia Yodas.
Someone said
the Philadelphia Yodas.
Yeah.
Yoda's like the best one.
Yeah, so they were saying that the Eagles were mentioned in Star Wars.
I think he means like
I never saw Star Wars. I mean, I saw Star Wars, but you're the Star Wars expert, so.
Yeah, I don't think that the team was not mentioned in any of the
movies?
films.
Okay,
No,
that would be really cool if it was.
No. But yeah, they did custom like logos, and the Packers were like the Jabba the Hutts, and the Eagles were Yoda.
Go Eagles!
All right, you know nothing about Star Wars.
You know what I mean?
That's like
they're fighting lightsabers, and then one of them just says, "Fly, Eagles, fly."
It almost bothers me because I just know you know so little about Star Wars.
I know how to play lightsabers.
You do. Well, yeah. All right. Next question. That was from you. Aresco asks.
Yes.
How do you expect all these weapons to be used starting from week 1 and on?
I said, how do you, me?
Because
I'm asking
how do
myself,
you?
How do I expect all the weapons to be used starting week 1?
That's your question.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, it's cool because I asked these like a couple hours before and I don't really remember what I said, and then like it just comes up. We didn't have a lot of questions at the time, so I wanted to bulk it up a little and get it fired up. But and we ended up getting a couple more, so it was good. But yeah, no, I think that from week 1 you're gonna see, and this is exactly what I meant. Hopefully, I don't know. Does this answer Tom's question? Let's see. So you got Alshon Jeffrey, you got Torrey Smith. I think that's the guys you roll out week 1 as your starters because they're professionals, they're veteran guys, and Alshon Jeffrey obviously is obvious. Unless you have a gem in Matt Collins or Shelton Gibson, and it's like apparent that they're gonna make like crazy, like then you probably are just crazy impact from day 1. Then you're probably just better off starting a guy that's been there, done that, and he can show and they can ease in and they don't have the pressure right away. But I think they thrive off pressure as well. So I think they're gonna, when they get in there, they'll make plays and they'll show why they should get more reps.
Yeah.
So over the course of the season, I think that you'll see guys come along as the season goes along, as we did last year with certain guys. You'll see their flashes, you'll see their struggles.
Yeah.
And everyone has to remember that it's a building year. So, from week 1 it's really another growing year for this team. And, you're trying to get a winning record, you're trying to compete for maybe a wild card spot in a tough division. And what you really have to do is you have to just let these guys grow. And Russell Douglas is probably going to have to get reps early because he's one of our
he just needs to be put in there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough for him. But
yeah,
I think he's up for the challenge. But
it's gonna be tough. They got Douglas, they got Ron Brooks, they got Jalen Mills, and they got Patrick Robinson. So that's 4 corners that are like solid and like they're not solid. They're gonna get beat.
They're gonna be getting beat.
It's gonna be bad, but it's gonna be a growing year for them. And then guys, but on the offensive side of the ball with the weapons, like I was referring to, you have, young guys that can sit and learn and, adjust. And later in the season, I think that this is when you'll see guys like Pumphrey making more plays, like, Matt Collins, Shelton Gibson, I mentioned a bunch of times, the receivers. Those are the times that I think those guys will come up with big plays. Is later in the season when they're adjusting and for the sake of the team, I hope they're making crazy big plays by week 1, but I don't want to set the expectation there because I don't want to put that on them. They don't need to do that. That's they need to grow and learn, and they'll be great in the future. But for now, I'm not. They have very low expectations from me. If they can do anything, it's really good.
And that's good. I mean, you have the receivers. Like, you have Alshon and Smith there, and you didn't have that since Macklin and D-Jackson. When you had Jordan Matthews coming as rookie year, playing behind. That was his best year as a rookie year because he was playing alongside Jeremy Macklin. And then you had Aguilar brought in 2015. It was just, they drafted him to be the starter because they didn't really have anyone else, especially after Macklin left. So, having these veterans in there, these guys can learn and, they can come in low pressure. They can, just worry about getting better, not just having to be the guy and stuff like that. I mean, even Odell Beckham, Victor Cruz was there and stuff, so, he was still playing, so you need those veterans in there to teach these guys the ropes.
Absolutely, and, a lot of people are forgetting Jordan Matthews is still on this football team, so, talking about Matt Collins, Shelton Gibson, even Aguilar, DGB, Jordan Matthews if he's not traded, he's the 3rd best receiver on this team. I mean, he might be the 2nd best. He might be a little better than Torrey Smith, just like overall, like what he can do. if he plays those potential, he catches the ball, makes plays but in the slot, he's not bad when he just has to catch the ball. That's really his biggest thing. And that's what a receiver does in general, catch the ball.
Yeah, slot receiver catch in traffic and move.
He does make some catches and stuff, but it seems like he just kind of lacks awareness and stuff like that. But I think that having more weapons around him.
Yeah,
and having an O-line where Wentz can wait and make the right throws. Yeah, I think that Jordan Matthews could really see a lot of benefits off that. And do we have any more questions?
We get 2 more.
Okay, I'm sorry. So pretty much just let the rookies
be
as the vets.
He answered it well.
Yeah.
It's Miles asks, is Wentz going to throw for more yards and have more passing attempts, considering we don't have a clear number 1 running back?
I'll let you answer that one.
I mean, do I think he had a lot of passing attempts last year? He might throw for more yards though. I think he might throw for more yards. I don't know how many pass attempts. He had a lot though.
607.
Jeez, Louise. Trying to do math real quick. That's a lot.
It's about 39 a game, I think.
Good lord.
38 a game. 38 times per game, I think it is.
Wow. Okay, that's absurd.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he'll throw that much a game, but I do think he'll have more yards.
Yeah.
Because he'll get some.
He threw 612 times in college, and he threw 607 times his rookie year.
Yeah, I think they'll try and I think they'll try and just spread the carries out. Really, I mean, I think they're gonna bring in another guy. I really do. I think they're
I've kind of got that notion. I think they're just playing it's slow. They're gonna wait until a team loses a linebacker in camp or a team loses a receiver in camp, and they might use a piece that they have, like a Kendricks or anything really.
Yeah, I'd rather just get the guy in before training camp starts.
Yeah, so would I.
Familiar with the playbook.
Yeah, same. But right now, that's a great point. I would rather do that too. If I'm them, I'm going
after OTAs.
I'm going after a Garrett Blunt or something. I don't get it. I mean, it's a veteran.
Maybe after OTAs, I think
hurt.
I think they can probably. I think Matthews should be good, but I think probably get rid of him, bring in Blunt or something, just have him. You need a guy
get signed though. Yeah, you need
a veteran in there.
Yeah, maybe they are waiting until Matthews can be cut.
I don't know what their plan is. I mean, if they went in it with just like the guys they had, I mean, they get through the season, but it'd be rough.
It'd be risky. Because those guys, I don't know. I don't want to.
But maybe they do it and they have Clement make the team. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, and people aren't gonna like it, but he has a purpose. It's more of a purpose this year. Sproles with Pumphrey being drafted, but it's that he's not really you can't really count on Sproles to get that many carries a game anymore.
No, not
But
at
I
all.
think he'll be helpful with Pumphrey. But it's
Sproles' career high rushing yards in a season was 600 and something.
Yeah.
I was looking at that today, and it was in 2011 with the Saints or something. Or 2013. That's when he came to us in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 2011 with the Saints. He had 600 and something. I gotta look that up, and we'll post it on Twitter and stuff. But it's not he's never been a running back, and I don't think that Smallwood or Pumphrey are a guy you can rely on, and I just think that's very risky to roll with just those two guys. I mean, I like Pumphrey and I like Smallwood, but you gotta get a guy that's experienced carrying the ball a bunch of times.
All right. Last question. TBDS. Who's going to be our main running back? Smallwood. I mean, if it stands, I'd probably say that they'd have Sproles start.
Yeah, Sproles, and they'd give Smallwood the ball a good amount, and they'd give
Pumphrey the ball.
Yeah, Pumphrey the ball, because Sproles. Another thing about Sproles is that you don't want him taking a lot of carries because you don't want to wear him down. You want him fresh for special teams. You want him fresh for just in general in the fourth quarter or so. He's not a guy to ride really, and maybe they'll ride Smallwood and Pumphrey.
When week 12 comes around, you got to ride him hard because it could. That's because he's done after this year.
Yeah, true.
Run him into the ground at the end of the season.
Maybe they are just trying to run Sproles into the ground this year. That's
maybe he's whatever. Sorry. He's just whatever. I'm gonna just take these carries and I'm just gonna bang my way through it. So
what?
Nah, I stopped myself. It didn't count. It's PG-13. I said but yeah, you know what, guys? Thanks for joining us. Have a good Cinco de Mayo, and Fly Eagles fly. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.